What is going on, people?
Yo.
Welcome to the Slightly Biased NFL podcast. That's right.
New and improved.
New and improved. Live and in the flesh.
Yeah.
In video. You can see
Yes,
all
sir.
the ugly faces behind the machine.
Yep.
See how the sausage is made.
It's nothing impressive over here.
I hate that. The sausage is made. That's disgusting, bro. You ever see those documentaries on how sausage is made? Like hot dogs?
Yeah, hot dogs and shit.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
We're also doing something new this week as well. It is Monday night. We always record these on Tuesdays, but it is Monday night, and we are here in the flesh, ready to give
our emotional takes.
Our live reaction. The game literally ended maybe 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago.
Good-ass game.
We're going to go ahead and start with that game then, right?
Might as well.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Man, that was game of the year so far, bar none. Bar none, game of the year, both of these teams. Just so many different moments in this game, so many like this different deciding moments where it felt like at one point the Niners were just going to blow the Seahawks out of the water when the game started.
First quarter, they were dominating.
Yeah, and then the Seahawks turned around. It felt like in the third quarter they're about to go downfield and ice the game, and that's whenever that fumble touchdown happened.
Yep.
And made it a 3-point game, and then it looked like the Niners are going to win in overtime. Oh, that poor kid, man.
I know, and he was having I thought it was going to be a perfect ending for him.
No, I knew he was missing it. I knew he was missing
that was horrible.
It wasn't even close, and you have to feel bad for the kid, though.
Yeah. I mean, dude, just big credit to the Seahawks defense for playing a lot better than I thought they were going to.
No, for sure. That was the best they played all season.
I mean, dude, if we can go back to this MVP because Lamar had a big week, and we're going to touch on that game, but I don't think it's even close.
No, not right now.
Russell is by far the MVP frontrunner.
Especially considering, like, he had made that one really bad pick in overtime.
Yeah.
Which it was a bad throw. But, I mean, still, he made so many plays there to get them in position to tie the game. Or, no, I'm sorry, not to tie the game. In overtime to go down in that third down scramble, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one fucking play where the refs that he was spinning out of that sack and they called him he was literally moving forward the entire time and they rolled his momentum dead, and then it was only like a 1-2 yard gain, but they called it a sack and it was a third. I mean, he got a first down on the next play though. On Thursday.
Yeah, I was gonna say when San Fran got their big defensive touchdown, it was crazy because I don't know how the lineman ended up with it.
Oh.
And then he just gets drilled.
Isn't that like a rule of thumb? Like if you're a lineman and the ball
go
is
down.
ever in your hands, never run.
Dude, that was the craziest play.
That was insane. But then my thing is the refs rule Russ down on that play where he's moving forward the entire time, but they don't call his momentum there where he's getting pushed back like 6 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting pissed off. I don't even give a fuck who won this game. Like I was just hoping for a good game, but I was getting pissed off at the officials.
I honestly was really wanting the 49ers to win for my record purposes.
I mean, I was rooting for the Seahawks, and I mean,
they're hard not to root for, man.
Wow, what a game! I literally don't even know what to say. Jimmy G, yikes! At times,
but he lost. He didn't have no Kittle, and then Emmanuel got hurt early on.
That's true. That is true.
And,
no Kittle is a big deal.
I mean, they were kind of forced to have to throw the ball late, you know?
Yeah. That was kind of a theme of the week was like players you didn't think were going to be hurt, and then turns out come like Thursday or when was – Kettle wasn't even listed as doubtful till like Saturday.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of those this week, right?
Yeah.
Stafford out late.
Yeah. I thought Jimmy Brissett was for sure going to play.
Oh, I didn't even think that he was not going to play.
Yeah. The Stafford one was crazy.
And it felt like both of those, like as soon as they were rolled out, it was like –
yeah. Well, I mean, both of those games would have been drastically different had the starting quarterback started.
Oh, 100%.
Dude, from the 49 – let's get back to this game. Sorry, I know we just ventured off. But, man.
I think they made some good adjustments late. I mean,
Who did?
Like, they started dumping off to Tevin Coleman a lot.
Oh, the Niners,
quarter overtime, you know?
I mean, Deebo Samuel had himself a big game.
Deebo. I like Deebo a lot.
Yeah.
As a rookie.
But there's just so – like, looking at these – it's really good they got Emmanuel Sanders. That sucks that he went out.
Yeah, I hope it's not serious, man. They need him.
Yeah.
I mean, they were comparing it to the Amari Cooper move. I think that's a pretty good comparison. I mean, just as far as
what it does to the team.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, except the 49ers are undefeated, and we were like, what, 3-5 or
Yeah,
something?
we're not comparing the teams, but just what it does for the offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Seahawks did a pretty good job stopping the run, dude. Like that, Jadeveon Clowney took that game over at times.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think they were going to have the impact on this game that they did.
No,
I mean, this is the best that defense has looked all season.
I predicted the score to be 24-21.
What was the final score?
27-24, but I'm pretty sure that would have been the score if homeboy didn't make the field goal at the end of the game.
Yeah, I was like, man, I hope this isn't in a tie.
Oh, I thought it was. Dude, when Pete Carroll, when they punted that ball on 4th and 2 or whatever it was.
Yeah, you were wanting them to go for it, huh?
With like a minute 40 left, I thought for sure at that point you're just playing for a tie.
I think it will obviously end up being a good decision, but I think at the time it was kind of spooky going for it just because that defense was just – I mean, at times that San Fran defense was just so damn dominant. And I think Pete Carroll had felt good about his defense to get the ball back or for them to get a stop.
I honestly I feel like it's
a tough call for sure.
It feels like it was more playing for a tie, though, if you're asking me. Because they're like, oh, man, this is a tough 2 yards against this defense, or 3, whatever it was. And if we don't get it, that ball is what, like the near the 40-yard line, Seahawks 40-yard line. So that's almost – I mean, you need 1 first down, and you're –
Right, but if you go for it and don't get it,
that's what I'm saying.
Like almost a for sure L.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Still, I still like when coaches go for it.
Yeah.
But it ended up working.
Pete Carroll, man, I mean, a lot of our friends, we were talking about the difference in coaches, and we're going to get to our game. But, man, it just seems like Pete Carroll just makes a lot of right decisions.
No, yeah. He's a good coach. I mentioned this in our group. I mentioned this on the podcast a few weeks ago, actually, that I saw a lot of Seahawks fans saying that it was probably time to move on from Pete.
That's crazy, though.
I understand it at times. Sometimes his game planning and his
if the defense can turn their season around and look like that.
Yeah, I didn't expect this out of the defense.
Woo.
Speaking of defense, man, the 49ers defensive coordinator, he's hilarious, bro.
The bald guy?
Yeah, he looks like such a meathead over there, bro. He's getting like hype every single play.
Wasn't he a coach for Seattle?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they were saying in that?
He was Pete's assistant in Seattle.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. I mean,
he's fired up over there.
That defense is scary stuff, man.
That D-line is insane.
How many fumbles were there tonight? I felt like there was
quite a few. Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, there's so many fumbles. I couldn't believe how many times the ball hit the ground. And I literally was saying how Chris Carson needs to not fumble the ball. He fumbled it once at least that I know of.
And he landed on top of it, right?
Yeah. The Seahawks recovered it. Rashad Penny came in and fumbled.
Right.
Dude, fucking garbage.
Pete Carroll was pissed about that one.
Yeah, they can't believe that's a first-round pick right there.
Right.
These like late first-round running backs feels like they never work.
Right.
Because Darius Geis.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb was late first round, wasn't he, though?
Was he late?
I think he was pretty late.
Was he first round?
I'm pretty sure Nick Chubb was first round. Okay. I'm going to look, though, so I don't sound like a dumbass.
Yeah, Seattle. Hold on. Seattle lost 3 fumbles tonight.
Lost 3. And they put it
lost
on the ground
3 and
at
they
least one extra
4.
time. So the 49ers fumbled 4 times.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, no. Nick Chubb was the second round.
2.
Nick Chubb was a second-round pick.
Okay, yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah.
And then San Fran only lost 2, both from Jimmy.
So that means that the
5 fumbles.
So if the Seahawks recovered 4 and the 49ers lost 2, that means the Seahawks recovered 2 of their own fumbles. So that means they fumbled 5 times.
Oh, totally, yeah. But I'm saying they lost 3, and San Fran lost 2.
So 7 total fumbles.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. I've really never seen something like that.
And then the 2 interceptions, too.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Jimmy G, that was a shaky game.
We might see a rematch of that game.
I mean, we definitely will. These 2 are playing again in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. But I mean the playoffs.
Oh, man. Oh, those divisional playoff games.
Right.
The division opponents, those are always nasty.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
Yeah, Cowboys, Eagles, we've seen that a lot.
Yeah. But did Jimmy G get exposed a tiny bit?
I mean, bro, I still think he played pretty well.
Yeah, but towards the end of that game, man, he couldn't. There were a ton of drops in this game, too. His interception was not his fault.
Right. I mean, I think if Kittle and Emmanuel are out there, it's a totally different offense.
Yeah,
You
for sure.
I mean, and thank God Debo stepped up tonight, or he would have had nobody.
Yeah.
Because I remember he had a big drop late. I don't remember who it was or like what the play was, but I remember a big drop late.
I mean, there's that one kid. I don't even know who it was. Was it Kendrick Bourne? Somebody had 2 giant drops. One of them was a pick, and another one was late in the game.
Right.
On like a 3rd down.
Man, who was that Turner kid that made that crazy play for Seattle in overtime?
Oh, I don't know.
Overtime?
There's just
that dude that made those 2 spin moves on the sideline.
Yeah. There's always.
I was like, why is this guy not playing?
No, that was in the 4th quarter, I think.
Yeah, 4th quarter.
But no, it feels like every like 2-3 weeks there's some new player from Seattle. You're like, bro, who's this guy? That Hollister dude now.
Right.
Before him, it was the other tight end. I'm fucking blanking on his name right now. Who just got hurt? Yeah, no, the one who just got hurt.
Oh, Disley?
Yeah, Disley last year.
We heard him last year, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying last year was like, bro, who the fuck is this Will Disley guy?
Right. So what, Josh Gordon didn't play?
No, he had some huge catches.
Okay.
Only 2 catches, but both of them were late in the game, 4th quarter overtime. Yeah. Like big conversions.
2 for 27.
Big conversions, too. But
didn't they send him out there for the coin toss? Was that him that went out there?
No. That was Geno Smith.
Oh, was Geno?
Yeah, it was Geno Smith.
Because I remember when they got it, like the whole sideline was like laughing about it.
No, it was Geno Smith.
Pretty funny.
No, it was pretty funny.
I was like, is that Josh Gordon? Like, I couldn't tell.
No.
I didn't see who it was.
I mean, he had 2 big they kind of said that they were going to ease him into stuff. And even then, I think it was kind of like where did we just have Josh Gordon? Like, we're not game planning him as the number 1 guy.
Damn, I hope Lockett's not seriously hurt.
Yeah, that was weird, man, because he was just on the sideline chilling. One of our friends was really up in arms about Kittle being in the booth.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess it's like because Olsen's doing that, you know? Like when Olsen's hurt and stuff.
No, well, Olsen was like commentating games.
Yeah.
I'm saying like Kittle was just like in like the owner's box.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. I don't.
I mean, it's probably where were they playing at?
They're at home. They're in San Fran.
So it's not like it was crazy cold or anything.
No, I mean, I wonder if it's just like it sucks so bad that I'm not playing. I don't even want to be near the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
No, I don't think it is at all. But we got some dramatic friends.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I know that was really rough and just like off the cuff because the game literally just ended. So there's
that was
not
a good game though.
It was a really good game of the year for sure.
2 of the top 5 teams, 10 teams.
I would say probably arguably 5 for sure, top 10.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you put the 49ers top 5 for sure. I mean, top 2.
You like how I got the GOAT in my background? You like that?
We'll save that for another day.
All right, so we're going on the Cowboys, and then we'll knock out the rest?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this Cowboys game out of the way, too, before we lose some steam.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you want to start or what?
I mean, I got to preach my boy Dak, man. You know he wasn't the reason we lost.
It's my quarterback.
Yeah, man. I mean, the pass protection was really good. He was only sacked once. I think all the receivers played really well. But, man, we just couldn't get the run game going. And it's kind of one of those things where you say, sometimes we do it to a fault where we just try to force it. And you could really see it late. And, man, it's just hard to not put a lot of this on the coaching staff. And it's
hard not to put literally all of it.
It's week in, it's week out. I mean, I get telling Tavon, because we could probably just jump right to late in the game. I mean, obviously we started out slow and that's got to be fixed. Like we got to stop having these horrible start to games. 8
of our 9 games.
Right.
I'm trying to not say "our" on the podcast anymore in regards to the Cowboys. So like 8 of the like I'm on the sidelines coming in for a post game interview.
We got money invested in the team.
But no, 8 of the 9 last games. 8 of the 9 games this season started slow. Started slow. Either losing at halftime, either losing by multiple touchdowns. Dude, when it got 14-0, it was like Jesus Christ.
I know.
Felt like it was about to
and you could look at it though as like, well, at least we're good at coming back. We know that.
Yeah, but we've only played one complete game of football.
You don't want to put yourself in those situations every week.
Once again, I mean, the Vikings jumped out to a 14-0 lead, and the score the rest of the way was 24-14 in favor of the Cowboys.
Yeah, and it just felt like we were getting out-coached and kind of out-schemed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
like on defense, like they had a defensive game plan and they executed for the most part. They said, Dak, you're going to beat us. And, Dak was doing his thing.
Did all he could.
But they sold out on the run. And I'm thinking, like, why don't we sell out on the run? We know Dalvin's going to get the ball.
Because
why do we not have a spy? Why do we not have a spy on Dalvin, like, the whole game?
Because
you know what I mean? No Thielen, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just what are we game planning?
How many screens and pitches?
I think he had 7 catches out of the backfield.
I know, but I'm saying, like, there was that final drive where they pitched the ball like 6 times.
Yeah, and even the backup was killing us.
Yeah, I mean, Madison's a good player, though.
Madison's good. No, I mean, he damn near looks like Dalvin. So half the time I'm like, oh, that was Madison?
No, they do look similar.
But, man, I mean, just going back to the end of the game, because, I mean, throughout the game, I mean, it was back and forth. And overall, after we caught up, I mean, we were playing pretty well. And I'll say about the defense that the pass rush was good.
Yeah.
We were getting to Kirk, but it was those last second where Kirk could dump it off that was killing us too.
Well, they were just running a bunch of screens, like called screens. And
but that's genius. If we're not going to –
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, our defense is playing so soft. But it's just like – and this is just a common occurrence with this defense that we play so soft.
Yeah, and then, just jump into, like, basically the last couple minutes, we getting the ball punted back to us. And, after a horrible great drive, and then you just, run the ball 3 times in a row. I'll probably let you shit on us more than that. But I don't understand how – I get telling Tavon to fair catch, But I don't know if I want to blame Tavon. Like, Tavon almost to say, nah, fuck that. Like, look at what I have here. But, man, it's just like when there could have been a 20-yard return.
After sleeping on the game, that was worse than the 3rd and 2 play call. All things considered.
Yeah, Tavon.
There are 4 different things that are terrible about it. One, you needed a miracle anyway. There was like 30 seconds left. You needed a touchdown, no timeouts.
And we wasted all the rest of the time on what Tavon could have got.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So, 1, you needed a miracle anyway. 2, you have your playmaker back to catch the punt. So if what
they basically gave him, hey, get some yards. We're just not going to let you get the touchdown.
I mean, the punter like went a few yards back, like more back than you would usually punt it from, in order to not get the punt blocked. So they were sacrificing field position. And so you have Tavon in when usually you have Randall Cobb in when you just want a fair catch, like when it's a pin down situation. So that made me scratch my head. Was if you're going to do a fair catch, then why not just put Randall Cobb back there? Then 3rd, they don't even try to block the punt. Like, they sent no one. I'm guessing it was in an effort to not –
and it looked like we were about to sell out. And then, like, 3 people just didn't rush. I'm like –
I know. It felt like it was a conscious decision to not try and get a roughing the kicker.
Yeah, I mean –
So you don't even try to block. You don't even try to block, and then you don't even try to return. Dude, that when you see that picture, that could have been sent.
It could have been at least, like, no matter what, 20 yards.
That could have been sent. And then, like you just said, we spent the next 2-3 plays dumping off for 5 yards. Or not even. It was like 2-yard outs to Jarwin. What a debacle, man.
Dude, you know what's crazy, though? On the Hail Mary, I almost thought Jarwin came away with that.
No, of course it was a pick, too. Because I saw people like, Dak threw a pick in the game-winning drive.
No one, like, even knew.
Yeah. Oh, my God, man. What a fucking
yeah. It's just hard not to blame the coaching, man. It's hard not to.
That is entirely who I blame. I don't blame a single player.
I mean, do you think Dak, like, on maybe that 3rd and 2 should have, like, audibled, like, out of that? Or – because that 3rd and 2 was so bad. HB sweep. The running hasn't been working all game.
Oh
Come on.
I can't.
I mean, all our receivers were smoking them all night.
I can't put any blame on a player not audibly out of a play call.
Right.
Because all the blame just has to go to the play caller. Fucking
and it feels like, because, Kellen Moore was supposed to be this guy, but it feels like Garrett's making that call.
I think at a certain point we have to start looking at Kellen Moore, though, too.
Yeah.
I saw that – did you see that meme where it was like Gordon Ramsay was like, you fucking donkey. It was like we're talking about Jason Garrett. And then it was like we're talking about Kellen Moore. Oh,
is he a Cowboys fan?
You're so beautiful. No. It's just like using him as a meme. No, it wasn't like him saying it. It was like him saying as a meme, but it's like Cowboys fans are so rabid. Anything like if something happens on defense, which Jason Garrett doesn't even control, Cowboys fans are like fucking fire Garrett to the sun. And then like anything bad happens on offense, like we're like, dude, that was not Kellen Moore. I promise you, that was not Kellen Moore. Like any questionable play calls, like no, that one was Jason. All the good play calls are Kellen.
Everyone's saying like Chris Richard is like so like ready for a head coaching job, and then like I'm getting to the point where I'm like,
our defense is so.
Man, this defense is not doing what it's supposed to be doing.
It's so soft in the shit
like. I think we should start giving some of these play calls back to Marinelli.
The baffling thing to me is he was the DB coach in Seattle for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Why are our DBs so shit?
Don't get us started on Cheeto, man.
Why, like, that feels like a conscious coaching decision.
I don't get it.
Because it's not just Cheeto. None of our corners look for the ball. None of them look to make.
And I feel like because that was like the one thing I loved to play in football was corner.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to like look back at the quarterback and like try to find the ball.
Yeah.
And our corners, it's not like every once in a while they do it. It's never.
No.
They never look for the ball.
No, they don't. That's what I'm saying.
It's like a technique to like wait for the receiver to catch it and try to knock it out. Then it's like
it feels like
technique is that.
It feels like a coaching decision.
Oh, it's so weird.
It's like, dude, if you're gonna get burnt anyway, because Cheeto gets burnt fucking 6 times a game.
Like, but it's one thing because the coverage he'll be there, so all he would have to do is look for the ball.
I know, dude. That's why last year we were all saying, "Oh, Cheeto's gonna be a superstar. The second he learns to turn his head, he's gonna have like 10 picks a season." And here we are, year 2. He's just getting burnt still, and not like you said. I mean, he blankets the receivers a bunch.
Yeah, like he'd be right there.
His getting mossed is one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in football, because
it always seems like it's like a perfect throw,
one-handed, like over his back. Like Lattimore had one of those catches when we played the Giants. Was that last?
I did like that Rudolph catch, though. I'll tell you.
No, that dude. I mean,
I was like, okay, Kyle.
Was that? What are you talking about? The touchdown or the 2-point conversion?
I was talking about the touchdown.
Did you think that Kirk was throwing that away?
No.
We gave
after someone said it, I was like, maybe, but
I gave Aaron Rodgers the benefit of the doubt when he had that Aaron Jones touchdown where he was like falling and just sidearm that shit because it's Aaron Rodgers. But I don't know if I give Kirk that.
No.
I don't think Kirk even played that well, if I'm being honest.
I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Like Kirk
didn't. He wasn't asked to do anything crazy because he didn't have to.
No. Wait, hold on. I had a stat here. Kirk, I guess I did. Oh, no, only 6 of his 32 attempts were over 10 yards. So they were just dumping it off, intermediate. Like, at some point, can we fucking say, hey, guys, they might be throwing a screen here because they've thrown 20 of them.
I was thinking literally just line Byron up, like, almost on the line and say, hey, you just follow Dalvin. Something like what happened when we blitzed Jalen up the middle? Like, he was always up in there, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, the defense got pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably DeMarcus Lawrence's best game
of
the season. I mean, he was actually
– Bennett was doing his thing.
It actually looked like D-Law was trying, which sometimes this season it's looked like –
It's just when Dalvin gets to that second level, man. It's just –
yeah. I mean, he unlike Zeke, he can actually make guys miss in the open field.
There's no doubt he looks physically superior to Zeke right now.
Oh, yeah. Zeke – I mean, it was really frustrating, though, because Zeke had 2 really good games where it looked like he was – back in action. And then,
but you give a lot of credit to the Vikings O-line. I mean, everything they were doing, they drew it up really well. They executed really well. And on defense, they ran the ball well and they stopped the run well.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big key to beating the Cowboys.
No, I mean, they sold out to stop the run, and it almost hit them in the ass.
But at least now if you're going to sell and stop the run, Dak can beat you.
Yeah.
And if our defense in any way can step up, I mean, even if you stop Zeke.
I'm telling you, that was probably Dak's best game.
Dak played a hell of a game.
Dak played his ass off. And talk about, like, he was on the field by himself at times.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Put it in his hands, man.
I just can't believe on that, even on that, in that 4th and 5 or whatever it was.
Oh, I had something written down.
You run like a little short out to Zeke.
Oh, what is that?
Like Amari can't be stopped. Even Cobb was going off.
Oh, yeah. We didn't have one rushing first down.
Yeah.
The whole game.
That's pathetic.
Also, in that last little thing, There was a minute and 57 seconds left. We had 3 timeouts, 1st and 10. We were on their 22-yard line, and we couldn't score. Just to sum all that up. 1st and 10, minute 57 left, coming out of 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts, and we couldn't score. Take the lead.
Couldn't score because of bad coaching.
Yeah.
Because we were down there. I mean, what? We were at, the 15? Somewhere close to there.
No, we're at the 22. They're 22.
Oh, they're 22.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're saying we had a minute 50 from that point on with 3 timeouts.
Yes.
I didn't hate the running play call on 2nd down. I did not hate that.
2nd down?
I didn't hate that. You burn some clock. Burn some clock. That way, if you score a touchdown, it's like the end of the game.
Yes.
That 3rd and 2-1, that will go down in infamy, ladies and gentlemen.
It was so bad.
If this is it for Garrett, that is one that we'll look back on and say that was it. That was the moment. Damn, are people starting to come?
What's the option, man? What head coach do we go get?
I don't even know. I'm terrified of college coaches. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
I'm terrified of them. Like,
because I remember when about Urban, you were like, hell no. Nah.
Well, I mean, dude, look at Urban Meyer's history, and then you'll feel how I'm saying his personal history with teams and how he abruptly ends his tenure at certain places, and you'll understand where I'm coming from. But fucking, there's just we've seen it too many times where these college gurus come into the league and then. Like look at Chip Kelly. He basically ruined that Eagles franchise in that short amount of time he was there.
Yeah, that was a weird time for sure.
So I definitely don't want, I'm scared of getting Lincoln Riley and then he tries to do some college bullshit or something.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
It's scary times, man, because
you gotta hope we can bounce back against the Lions, dude. We should put up 40 points on them fools.
Well, you just know that's not what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose. I'm literally are you starting to come over to the pessimistic dark side a tiny bit?
Nah.
All right. I guess we need some optimism on here. But
I feel good about Dak, really. I mean,
so
everything else I'm like,
what's your outlook for this season then? For the rest of the season? What do you think?
I just hope we win the division. If we make playoffs, anything happens.
But what's your prediction?
My prediction is I want to believe.
No want to. If you right now say what you think is going to happen for the Cowboys.
Yo, we got a tough little stretch, man. I think we'll win the division.
And then what though?
Probably get bounced
in the first round or second round. Oh no, first round
first or second. Depends on the matchup.
I think just being brutally honest, and I know I'm pessimistic. I don't try to intentionally be pessimistic. I just try to be as real as I possibly can. I think that was it.
I do think the only way Garrett, because I don't think he's going to get fired, but I think there's a better chance of him getting fired if we actually don't make playoffs.
I don't know. The vibe is a lot different.
If we don't make playoffs, it'd be hard, I think, to not fire him.
No, if we Jerry seems more pissed off than ever in his comments to the media. And even after the game, Garrett pretty much threw everyone under the bus besides himself. And he almost never does that.
Really? What did he say?
He said about the play calling. He said, well, Kellen was calling the plays. We need better execution, things like that. And basically everything a coach can possibly say other than, hey, don't fucking look at me. So I'm wondering if he's feeling the pressure big time. You can only hope so.
Garrett, fucking figure it out, dude.
It's been 10 years, man. It's not getting figured out. And that's what every Cowboys fan's like, hey, man, just give Garrett a chance, man.
He's had plenty.
It's been 10 years of chances, all right?
Yeah.
It's been 10. And it's been a solid 6 or so that I would say that we've been really putting the pressure on the organization to fucking get rid of him.
Yeah. It does feel like Jerry is –
dude, I'm telling you, if we don't make
– because he loves this team.
No, I mean,
as he should.
This is the best roster we've had in years.
As he should. This team is good. It is good.
Dude, if we don't make the playoffs and Jason Garrett is the coach of this team next year,
you're going to become Cardinals fans?
I think I'm going to be a Buccaneer fan full time.
They did pull through for you this week.
I'm going to follow Jameis wherever he goes.
There you go.
That's going to be my new thing. So is that all we got? Let me just Vikings played a good game. Okay, while we were shitting on the Cowboys,
give them their flowers.
Vikings played.
We definitely both think Dalvin's the best running back in the league.
Oh yeah, I think that.
Right now,
there's some really good running backs.
Yeah,
I think we'll get. I think Nick Chubb's putting himself in that conversation.
Chubb is a monster.
But we're going to talk about that game later. So let's actually get into the game.
So we got to talk about the Thursday night game, huh?
Thursday night game. My third ride or die. My new ride or dies. The Raiders come through in a big way.
Yeah, they did.
Wow. Okay, first and foremost, wait. What'd you go on picks again? 3-10.
I don't want to talk about it.
Brett went 3-10 on picks. I went.
Yep.
What did I go? 6-7. I went 6-7.
This is my worst week since.
Dude,
this is a while ago since I had a bad week like this, though.
It was a brutal week, though.
I've been on a good stretch, so I was probably due.
It was a brutal week.
You know what's crazy, too, is I've had some really good weeks picking, but not winning any bets, and I had a horrible picks week on football, and I won a bet.
You'd much rather have the bets.
I mean, yeah, but, I mean, you know, I'm trying to get both here.
For sure. You got a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, man. Because I want to, like, tally up my whole record for the season.
How about our
Week
Raiders?
3, right?
Man? How about our Raiders? Yeah, week 3. I wanted
to. Yeah, man, the Raiders pulled through. The Raiders really did pull through because, I mean, they had to fight for this one.
For sure.
And, I mean, they can really thank Phillip Rivers for free points.
Yep. He was
terrible. He had two picks in the first 9 minutes. One was for a pick six, and then he had the one to end it.
He could have had 5 or 6 picks.
I know, man. Noodle Arm Rivers.
Rivers, man.
So this is the first time since – because they just started out hot in the first quarter, that defense.
Yeah.
First time since 2006, the Raiders defense has had 2 interceptions and 2 sacks in the first quarter. And the Raiders pass rush was just there all night, really.
Yeah.
And Rivers was sacked 5 times. But I'll tell you, I mean, Melvin Gordon looked pretty good Thursday night.
He's starting to turn around.
Yeah, 22 carries for 108 yards. I mean, he had some spin moves.
Yeah.
I mean, he was looking nice. I think Derek Carr played pretty well, especially on the last drive. And, you know, Josh Jacobs got that winning that touchdown to take the lead.
Man, he's
and we know Josh Jacobs Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's been balling out. Looks really good.
Electric.
Yeah, really good. But I think Raiders defense was the key to really winning this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had talked about how the Raiders had scored like 24. I think this is 6 games in a row now. And, I mean, this was still a close one, but the turnover difference, man. And I feel like I'm always talking about turnovers, how big they can be.
Yeah.
And the Raiders didn't turn it over one time. So the Raiders are 4-1 at home, and this is a good stat for you. Raiders rookies have accounted for 13 touchdowns this season. That's most in the league.
Wow. Jacob.
So they got some young guns, and Gruden is, you know, a lot of Hard Knocks. We like some guys, some veterans, and he was letting guys go here and there, and we were like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you, the more this team has gone on, and you know, I've been big on him from the jump.
Yep.
I'm big Gruden. I'm pro Gruden all the way.
No, I mean, did you see it after the game? Him running along the by the stands, giving everyone high fives and hugging all the fans.
Gotta love that.
No, you do. I mean, you have to.
I wish my coach would do some shit like that.
Oh God, I wish our coach would do a lot of shit.
I wish our coach would just stay at home.
I wish our coach would do a lot of shit that doesn't include coaching. I wish you would fuck off.
Just put in your resignation. Put in your 2 weeks.
No chance, man. Garrett's gonna fucking die the head coach of this team.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry about going on another rant. No, man, the Raiders look like geniuses. That whole organization, and it's hilarious because it was just I don't know. Before the season started, when the Antonio Brown shit went down, that everyone was laughing at him.
It looked horrible. It looked like, oh boy,
it's been a
long year.
The Khalil Mack trade, everyone made fun of. Now the Bears look like they could be a top 10 pick. Amari trade, yeah, you know, Amari looks incredible, but still, you get a number 1 pick, a first round pick. Who did they use? Was that the pick they used Jacobs on?
Jacobs wasn't first round, was he?
Yeah, he was.
He was.
He was late first round.
Well, I know they got Cleveland Farrell, who's a monster, by the way.
Yeah, and what's funny is everyone clowned the Cleveland Farrell pick, and everyone clowned the Josh Jacobs pick. And I mean, Farrell had the best game of his rookie career so far. I mean, by a lot.
He's a monster.
I had something. I had something about that was actually pretty interesting. Oh, he was only the third Raider rookie ever to have more than 2 sacks in a game. So, Max Crosby had a great game too.
I like Crosby a lot.
Yeah, so
he was one of the more funnier guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Knocks.
So that's two rookie pass rushers right there who stepped up big time, and I mean, were big time contributors in a win.
Yep.
Still though, just you mentioned the turnovers; they were very opportunistic. The Raiders were.
Yep.
Because they got killed in the time of possession. They got.
I think that's what a coach can do.
Yeah.
We've seen the Chiefs. We've seen the Chiefs defense. Oh, it's bad. It's trash. You get a defense fired up.
Yeah.
They're gonna fly toward the ball. They're gonna try to make plays.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do for these defensive guys.
And I
get them fired up. And that whole defense is young.
Yeah, almost all of them
are. You can't say any of their careers or Abrams isn't even playing. He's hurt. Yeah, he's one of their best players.
He's been hurt since like week 2.
Yeah, imagine when he comes back.
I mean, Carl Joseph is the vet.
Imagine if they sold Burfict too to lead the way.
I'm trying to remember if they gave him a 1-year deal or what.
Who, Burfict?
Yeah,
he's done. He's done.
You think?
They're never gonna allow him to play again.
Really? What was his suspension? Was it rest of season?
Indefinitely.
Oh, it was indefinite.
And I think so.
Man.
Which meant out for the year, but I'm pretty sure it was.
Well, I feel like those dudes get reinstated all the time.
It's possible, but
we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah. Yep.
But this is what I've been preaching all year about playing aggressive on defense. Because yeah, sure, you'll give up a big play here and there, but man, when you get that game-changing turnover, it's just such a momentum shift. It's such, that pick six.
Pick six. It seems like every time you get a pick six or a defensive touchdown, unless you give up one, you're probably going to win.
Yeah, I mean those are backbreakers for morale. The energy of the game completely shifts, and you put pressure. I mean, the Chargers had all the pressure on them from the jump immediately.
It gets the offense fired up.
Yeah, the offense. I mean,
you see Derek Carr, like when they got the stop at the end, like they got the pick. Derek Carr's the first one on the field.
Yeah, man. I'm actually really happy for Derek Carr.
Yeah, I'm starting to really. Yeah.
I really didn't give a shit about him going into the season, but I mean, he's playing really well, and everyone.
I know. I was mad at him when he did that fumble because that was the week I had picked him and they screwed me.
I think I picked him that week too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was. But he's as long as he stops.
I've always thought he was pretty good, though.
Yeah, I mean, when he got that contract, he was probably.
He's been in a shit situation a couple years.
Yeah, and then with the way quarterback contracts are now, I mean, it's really not that bad of a contract for Derek Carr.
What was it, like 27?
It's something like that.
25.
It's something like that. Every quarterback's getting over $30 million now. If you're even competent,
right?
I could see Mitch getting like $30 million from someone.
Oh Lord. Yeah, let's go ahead and segue that, huh?
Is that the next game?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that segue. I had stuff. I had other stuff I wanted to say, but I'm not even going to say it because I can't waste the perfect segue. The Bears. I don't even want to count this one against our picks.
I know, me neither.
I don't even want to count this one because Jeff Driscoll is god awful.
Hey, he was okay.
No,
he was okay.
You.
What about that play to Galladay?
No, that was a great throw. That was a great throw. Like
I
running off to the side.
A little bit of.
No, you love a backup quarterback. Every single backup quarterback you think has a great game.
Yeah, Luke Falk came in. Hey, Luke Falk. Hey, kind of solid, huh?
Hey, only 5 picks this week from Luke Falk.
I only said it one time. That's when he first came in. But man, they made Driscoll throw 46 times.
Yeah, terrible.
Man. Fucking shit, man. But look, they still ran the ball 22 times.
Yeah,
so at least they tried to run the ball.
Yeah, they don't have any.
But the Bears defense showed up, and I think Trubisky played. Now granted, this is not a good defense.
No, terrible.
But I'm gonna tell you, I think that to the right corner throw is Trubisky's best throw.
Yeah, no,
because he hits it every time.
Yeah,
and he hit it like 4 times in this game, and each one for like 20+ yards.
Yeah, he was airing it out.
Yeah, going back to the Lions, they can't run the ball. They've had one 100-yard rusher in 6 seasons.
Dude, that's terrible.
6 seasons.
That is almost.
That's not saying they haven't ran for 100 yards as a team.
Yeah, no. I get what you're saying.
But one person to run for 100 yards hasn't happened in 6 years.
That is hard to wrap my
like only one person.
Was it LeGarrette Blount?
No, it was Kerryon Johnson.
Oh, it was last. No, it was last season. It was last season. I remember when it happened.
I just think the Chicago D just kind of, did its thing. They did enough. The Lions still almost won this game.
Yeah, I said in our group text, make no mistake, the Bears get killed if Stafford is quarterback in that game. I truthfully believe that.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll give Driscoll. I think Driscoll played not. I'm not gonna say he played well or played good, but he played hard and he did what he could. I feel like there wasn't. I mean, there wasn't a lot Jeff Driscoll was gonna really,
Yeah, I know. You're right.
He was in position to win the game. Like
That's true.
I mean, he was balling.
Yeah.
He had to throw it 46 times. Good Lord.
That was a terrible, terrible, terrible game plan for the Lions, man. I mean, terrible. And Kenny Galladay had that great catch, but he was horrible. He had 3 drops, a crucial offensive PI on a 4th and 2 conversion with 2 minutes left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just an ugly game for the Lions, and I'm
it's like,
just
woohoo, good for you, Bears. You beat the Lions without Stafford.
Yeah, I don't.
And how much money you want to bet Stafford's gonna be ready to play against Cowboys next week?
Oh yeah, no, he'll be playing.
he'll be 100%.
He'll be playing, and it'll be 500 plus.
Yeah.
Kenny G's gonna have a Calvin Johnson game. Remember that fucking game,
dude? Us and
Calvin
the Lions.
Johnson.
Stafford always just balled out on us.
Oh yeah. Us and the Lions. It's always some weird shit, some fucky shit always goes down, and Lions fans feel like they just got cheated out of a game.
Yeah.
Every single time we play, because
Lions guys, we just have to beat y'all. This is
yeah.
how it goes.
And you say that, but I guarantee you next week that changes.
Ooh, spooky.
You said the Bears, dude. Khalil Mack has 1 sack in his last 5 games.
Well, they were tackling well. They were flying.
No, I thought their defense played well, but I'm just saying,
No, Mack hasn't been. We haven't talked about him really much.
Last year he completely dictated games. Like, he took games over. I mean, he almost single-handedly won some games by himself with like fumble returns for touchdowns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This whole defense,
like Von Miller type shit.
Yeah, I mean, this whole defense is a shell of itself. Eddie Jackson still doesn't have a pick. He had 6 last year, and it was probably the best safety in all football last year.
Right.
And he hasn't really done shit this year.
Right.
But man, Lions, you can't put Driscoll back to pass that many times, man.
That's crazy, dude.
This has got to be it for Patricia. I don't know if it will be, but it's got to be.
Right.
I mean, he's not a good coach. We've seen enough. Don't you think? Don't you agree? And
I feel like their roster sucks.
Does it though? Like
they just don't have a good roster.
But
he's just like Stafford against the world.
But he's a defensive-minded coach, and look how bad their defense is. Yeah. Like, defense was his thing.
Well, and then you trade away your damn near best player.
And he had a great game tonight. We forgot to talk about him. He played really well tonight. But
so weird. Why? What happened?
Because what's funny is the Lions are 3-5-1 now. I remember when their fans were so excited after the Chiefs game because they played them close. I was thinking, this isn't college football.
It's just one of those things. You could feel it.
Close losses.
Especially after that Packers shit.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, bro. I told you. I was like, once that happened, I was like, this is the beginning of the end.
The wheels are fucking falling off.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of wheels, Lamar Jackson's got wheels.
Yeah, he does.
The Ravens decimate the Bengals. 49-13. The Bengals will go in 16. You heard it here first. Weeks ago, by the way.
All 49 points were allowed in 3 quarters.
Yep, terrible.
That's the most allowed through 3 quarters in franchise history for the Bengals. Probably in a lot of teams' franchise history.
Probably.
And I just wanted to start with that because I think I do think Lamar's improved a lot, especially from last year to this year.
100%. Yeah.
But I think, like, God, man, it's just like, can everybody just relax for a second,
This is going to be your take?
He's not the MVP right now.
Oh, man, I can't believe we're coming in with opposite Lamar Jackson takes, and I'm on the positive side.
No, look, he's really good. He's cold. He's the spin move play.
Oh, my God. That's an all-time highlight.
Nasty.
He's so fun to watch.
He's not the MVP right now.
So that's what but would you say he's the second place?
Yeah, probably.
I think you have to get. They're 7-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
God damn it, man. What's crazy is if the Cowboys, that could be an MVP candidate if the Cowboys weren't fucking around.
I know.
Yeah, here we stand.
I mean, I do like him a lot. I really like how it seems like him and Harbaugh have a really good connection.
Yeah. I like that Harbaugh is just like he just lets him do his thing. You know, he doesn't.
Well, it seems like they have a good understanding of. It seems like offseason they did a lot of good things with Lamar in the offseason, and it seems like they have a good idea of like what they want to do on offense week to week. And you know, they had that little moment where they had the audio where they were chopping it up and stuff.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Well, I'm just happy that Harbaugh wasn't like, "Hey, this is the NFL. We need to take away his running and just throw the ball with him."
Like trying to change him.
Yeah, I love that because I think a lot of coaches would have made that mistake.
Right. I think it's just clear that Harbaugh is a big reason why this team is so successful.
No, I mean, he's a great coach.
It's a really well-coached team, and Marcus Peters was a damn good pickup for this football team.
Man.
Damn good pickup.
He's been insane.
This is going to be a scary team.
I think so, too.
It's going to be a scary team.
I think so, too. And, I mean, they've positioned themselves nicely. They might get a bye.
Yeah.
Because they're 7-2. I mean, the Chiefs, they're fucking around.
That was a good-ass game. We won't get to that.
Yeah. But
we won't get to that.
For this game,
I damn near almost wanted to pick them dudes. I was preaching Titans +6 whether Patty was playing or not all week.
Yeah, you did say that.
All week I was preaching that.
Yeah. But as far as this
now, did I take it this weekend? I didn't, but
that would have been a risky one.
I mean, with Patty playing, I was like, no. But I told you that defense, man.
Let's finish this game first.
Yep.
Wait, do I even
I'm
have
done with this game. Bengals suck.
Oh, I do want to talk about Ryan Finley because it was his first start. He's not it. So that's all I got to say about Ryan Finley.
Hey, Ryan Finley's all right. No.
Oh, I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised.
Here I go.
Hear me out, man. No, he's not good. I mean, he was a 4th-round pick. You know.
I mean, God, imagine.
Well, what the hell are they going to do?
Thrown into that situation, anybody almost.
Well, they have to because it's just like, all right, we're going to have the number 1 overall pick. Yeah. And we have Andy Dalton and kid we just drafted 4th round. Let's just see what this fucking kid is.
Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, and if he's goes on a run, let's run, then all right. But if not, we're going quarterback.
Yep.
And then what they do with Andy Dalton, that's going to be interesting to see as well. On the Ravens side,
is he a free agent?
I don't believe so. I could be wrong though, but I don't think that he is. I don't know what his like cut situation is, what his dead cap situation is.
Like how much it would cost him?
I'd assume a lot because quarterbacks are almost always super expensive to cut.
Mm-hmm.
As far as
you think you would keep him, and then if he sucks, kind of maybe the same thing. I mean, they're going to be rebuilding for a long time.
Are you talking about Finley? Or are you talking about Andy Dalton?
Just the Bengals. Like, oh, you would think they'd keep Dalton around?
Well, I would shop him at least.
Okay.
Just see
what. You get something for him.
Yeah, because I would. I would.
What are you going to get?
I mean, a team will throw a pick or two. Not a super high one. Maybe like a 3rd,
7th rounder.
I mean, if you're just going to get rid of them, fuck it.
Yeah.
But no, man. I don't know what they do. Do they go quarterback 1? Or do they just try to ride out the end of Dalton's career?
They might be bad for a long time.
They've I don't want to say they've been bad for a long time. He had some decent.
I mean, they've had a couple moments while me and you've been alive, but
yeah, with Carson
Palmer,
even
those couple moments got just like blown up like in horrible ways.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I'll never forget that Pittsburgh-Cincy game where AB got hit across the field.
Oh man, yeah, that was bad.
I'll never forget that.
That was your boy, Burfict.
I know. That
was your boy.
I know.
Yeah, Bengals 3rd most rushing yards given up in the first 9 games since 2000. The 4th biggest rushing yard margin since the merger. Opponents are out rushing the Bengals by 924 yards. And what's crazy is Joe Mixon had a really good game. So you saw
Mixon had a very nice game.
You saw what Joe Mixon's a super talented player. And
that's what I thought Philly did well. I thought he got Mixon the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Other than just handing off to him, he had that one play where
I thought you were literally talking about his handoffs.
Yeah, right. He handed the ball off really well.
Philly was handing that ball off, man. You could just tell he had it.
He works on that handoff really, really a lot in practice. No, man, I can't remember what – I think it was early on. It was like a 3rd and 2, and Finley had made this like scramble and hit Mixon, and it ended up being like a 20-yard.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That was a pretty nice play.
No, Finley was decent, but I just don't think he's it.
Like, I think he could be like a decent backup going forward. That was like his first real moment. Like,
yeah, for sure. The Ravens defense is pretty good. Yeah. Ravens defense is pretty good.
For real, like come on, man. Ryan Finley, man, let's go.
Next game, Brett has another backup quarterback to lump onto now. It's Ryan Finley. Okay, next game. Oh man.
Oh, this game pisses me off.
The
Dude.
Browns whisperer let y'all down this week, ladies and gentlemen. The Browns whisperer let you down. I haven't picked the Browns game right in 5 weeks, but I'm still calling myself the Browns whisperer. Oh, the Bills, man. You know, I don't know if this is unpopular or not. I know you probably feel this way. I think I'm done with them.
They're in it. They're right in it, though.
But and their schedule is shit, so they might make the playoffs, but they're
right in it.
They're not doing anything.
I still think Josh Allen played okay. This is just how the Bills games go.
Yeah, they're boring.
And the defense, I mean, I feel like it was more the Browns finally doing some more positive thing than negative.
Yeah.
Because they weren't overly great, but they were at least better than, totally shooting themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Chubb was doing his thing as per usual.
He's insanely good.
20 carries for 116. But what I really liked was the play calling for Baker just made a lot more sense.
Yeah.
For the most part. There were still some iffy moments.
For sure.
But it seemed like a lot of quick passes, quick 3-step drop pass. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he took that safety was a 3-step drop. That was on
safety.
That was on Baker.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't perfect.
No.
And we've seen this game. This is just how the Bills games go. And especially with the Browns. I mean, this is exactly how that game's going to go.
Yeah, low scoring, ugly.
But I did see some better offensive play calling.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, get Jarvis the ball, get Odell the ball, get Chubb the ball, let them make plays.
I got to give Kitchen some flowers because they utilize.
It's still a tough game to win.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. It's a good defense. And they utilized Chubb and Kareem Hunt really well. That was something I was very scared of. Because Chubb is by far their number one playmaker just because they don't know what the fuck they're doing with OBJ.
Oh, and I wanted to touch on this. Speaking of Kareem Hunt, I cannot believe that toss for the Bills touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Was called a forward pass.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Dude.
I don't understand.
The difference in this pick for us. If they get that?
If you just toss it forward.
Dude, I've never seen a toss be called a pass.
What's the distinction there? I have that. I know quarterbacks do all the time when they're running and they're on the run. They don't have time to wind up. They just forward lateral it almost.
Dude, no one's even talked about that.
I know because I'm wondering if we're being dumbasses and there's a very clear rule distinction, which is probably the case. Because I thought the same thing too. I thought it when I saw it because I saw that happen live on Sunday, and then when I rewatched the game earlier today, I was thinking, dude, am I just missing something here?
Dude, I feel like I'm definitely missing something.
That just looked like your most clear-cut fumble.
I mean, because I rewatched the game because I must have missed that on Sunday.
Yeah.
And when I was rewatching, I was like, this is my Bills pick right here.
Yeah. I mean, the Bills
reversed.
The Bills missed 2 field goals too. So the Browns didn't just have a statement win. They could have very
Oh yeah, the game winner field goal was horrible.
Yeah,
it was so short.
The tying one.
The game tire one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how about that play? Josh Allen was running and he fumbled, and that lineman did the barrel roll to recover it.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy. That was crazy too.
Into the end zone.
But hey, I'll give credit, to the Browns because at least when they got that call their way, they capitalized.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good drive by Baker. I think we have to give him some props there.
So I mean, credit to the Browns. You beat a decently good enough team. We're not completely sold on them, but
they're still
a good defense. It's still a team that you can't just expect to beat. So I mean, and we said if the Browns were going to turn it around, I mean, you got to start right now. So that was a pretty big win.
The Browns have to at least, if not win out, only lose one game the rest of the way. Yeah,
because I mean, this AFC is getting real tight.
Yeah, I know. And
real tight. But you can definitely make it 9-7.
I don't know if they can do it.
Not definitely, but
I mean, what's this Jarvis Landry connection? It's very real.
It's so good.
You talked about this. I don't know if you talked about this on the show or just separately.
I think I said in the group text.
How Baker and Jarvis had such an obvious connection last year that it was weird that they went and got such a clear number one like OBJ.
Right.
It would have been different if it was an Alshon type player where he could be at number one, but he can also
he's a more solid number 2.
Yeah. But like OBJ is a superstar. OBJ had 12 targets, only 5 catches. Landry had 9 targets, 9 catches.
It seemed like Jarvis was on a mission. He was talking shit. Like he was.
Oh yeah, I know.
He was a dog.
That almost cost
Sunday.
them. That almost cost them. That taunting penalty, and they missed the extra point.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's been like that for this whole season. It feels like. I wonder if there's almost like a fire inside of him with OBJ on the team
to like be better than Odell or something.
Yeah, it'd be like y'all didn't need to go get Odell.
Right.
But in retrospect,
it's crazy.
In retrospect, it's easy to think that. I mean,
damn, Kareem Hunt got 7 catches out of the backfield.
Yeah, they were using him
19-yarder.
They were using him like a fullback, man. It was actually like nice. Really shocking to see.
Well, yeah, they would have both of them out there.
Yeah,
I like that.
He'd go and lead block for Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I mean, Nick Chubb is a monster. We have to talk about his place in the league.
No, he's so good.
Top 5?
Probably.
If you just go off of this season's play alone, he's definitely there. He's over Zeke. He's over
Josh
Saquon.
Jacobs kind of reminds me of him.
Of Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
I don't even know who Josh Jacobs reminds me of. He's such a unique guy, really, because he's small. Right. He's like a smaller running back, but he's shifty, but he can also like run through people.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really good player, man. Oh, and speaking of running backs like that, I don't like. What is the deal with Devin Singletary? I have no idea what they're doing with him. It's even 1 week they're featuring him. The next week he gets 9 carries. Well, him and Gore combined for 13 carries. And the Browns at the 30th ranked run defense going into the game. They only ran the ball 18 times, and Josh Allen dropped back.
We thought Singletary was going to build off of last week and go nuts.
That's literally the only reason why I picked the Bills was because I thought the run
game. Those
are
just so weird. Dude.
Their run game was going to go off. Josh Allen threw 40 times, man. That can't. It was a close game too. It's not like they were playing from behind the whole game.
Right. They had the lead at one point too, even late.
I know that they only. Gordon Singletary combined for 13 yards.
22
carries.
for 41. Like probably 15 of those plays are worthless.
Yeah, I know. A shocking game from the Bills. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
I was disappointed in the Bills, man. I don't know what to feel. I don't know how to feel about them anymore. Let's get to the games this week were really fucking good. This was a really good week. Crazy. This game was insane.
Ryan Tannehill.
This was probably the game of the week up until tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But what a win for the Titans, man. Titans get a massive win to move to 5-5. And I know you're gonna just go crazy here. I don't think this team. I still don't know what to think about this team, but you are now a ride or die Titans guy.
Hey, you can't tell me Tannehill wasn't balling at the end of this game.
No, I mean
really the whole game. And I know he only threw 19 times. He only threw for 181 yards, but he made some big plays in this game.
Yeah.
But we know the workhorse of this team is Derrick Henry. 23 carries, 188 yards. It's 8 yards a carry. 2 touchdowns. He had the big 68-yarder.
He's a game breaker.
Late in the game, when you needed a big pass or two, Tannehill delivered multiple times.
He did.
And this defense made plays. And it just seemed like the Chiefs were like too dependent on Patty, as weird as it sounds. Like we just saw this team with Matt Moore like mix it up and not put it all in Matt Moore.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like
Patty played his ass off.
I know. I mean,
this was such a weird game because it just felt like the Chiefs were like it just felt like the Chiefs were winning the whole game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the game ended. It was like, how the fuck did the Chiefs just lose that game? Because they were playing incredibly well offensively. They were converting. They were scoring touchdowns.
You gotta give the Titans credit, man.
It's just like it's one of those games where like, how did the Titans? Not that the Titans played bad because they played really well too, but it's just like, what just fucking happened?
Right. Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, I mean, Patty 36 for 50, 446 yards, 3 touchdowns.
He's the 5th quarterback ever to complete 35 passes, throw for over 45 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a loss.
To throw over 400?
Throw over 440.
Throw over 440. Okay.
And what's crazy is all 5 of those games have been since 2012. That's just the way the league is.
And Tyreek is a monster.
He's good, man.
I mean, he still had a couple drops, though, that were kind of big, didn't he? I think he had that one, but I don't think it was that big.
He plays so big.
Yeah.
Like, my God, how tall
He'd
is
be
he?
mossing people.
He's what, like 5'10", maybe? This dude goes up.
Is he 5'10"?
Yeah, that's why I said maybe. He might be shorter than that. But he goes up and bangs with those bigger corners and safeties. Like, they could throw up top to him. I just can't believe the Chiefs lost this game. I was rewatching this game earlier. I was like, throughout the entire game.
I like this Titans team, man. They got some fight with Tannehill at quarterback.
Man,
they got some fight.
That Damian Williams.
You can't tell me that Tannehill just didn't bring a whole new life to this team.
No, he did.
If they would have waited one more week.
Backup quarterback lover. Here he is.
Okay, but Ryan Tannehill is a bona fide starter.
He was a bona fide starter on the Dolphins. So take bona fide starter.
That's not his fault.
Was he on the Dolphins?
Yes.
Is that his fault? Were they bad with him?
Yeah. Was he good, though?
At times. He wasn't like a fucking –
He was pretty good.
I never thought of Tannehill and said, you know what? That dude is a good quarterback. I always thought Tannehill –
It's like, okay, but what did we say about Andy Dalton this year? What did we say about Andy Dalton earlier in the year? It wasn't his fault they suck.
Andy Dalton's more proven than Tannehill.
Dalton is not better than Tannehill.
I don't know if I
Dalton,
say –
if Dalton goes to Tennessee right now,
I said proven.
They're not doing what Tannehill would be doing.
No, I'd take Tannehill over Dalton right now for sure.
Sweet. Glad that we agree on that. Chiefs defense, though. Another spooky game.
We thought that it was. We thought the tide was turning. It's not.
They've allowed 100 scrimmage yards to a running back 7 times this year. And the Titans got that big block for the win. I mean, that just.
Dude, those special teams plays, and then you had that one. And earlier in the fourth quarter where I think
Bucker probably sinks that.
No, Bucker's one of the best in the NFL.
I mean, he probably sinks
I think he does too.
So
you had that other special teams play though when the fucking snap was bobbled. Dude, when holders get up looking to throw, it's the funniest shit. Did it used to be backup quarterbacks, right? Now it's like the punters and stuff.
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, and that way you
and then Romo happened and then said, no, we'll just make the punter do it.
Yeah. We don't want to embarrass our quarterbacks. Well, what's crazy is Romo was starting at that point, and he was still holding kicks. That was crazy. But no, the holder gets up. He's like, oh fuck, and then the holder got an intentional grounding, bro. I've never seen some shit like that. It was hilarious.
Yo, that's a big win for the Titans.
I mean, they're in it, man.
That's a big win.
I'm not a believer still. I'm not a believer.
Told you about them Steelers too, boy.
Yep. We're gonna get to that game later because I'm getting to the ride or die point with the Steelers. I'm loving.
We can get to one of these good teams that shit the bed.
Yeah, let's get to this game right here. This game was just a.
This is just a wow for me.
Yeah, the Falcons. I mean, they beat the Saints like 26-9
in all facets of the game, like Sean.
Every facet of the game, man. Just a shocking game. And hey, I did say that this game was a little spooky.
You did say it.
There was no way in fuck I was going to pick the Falcons, but I did say this game was a little spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Would you really look into it?
This is not at all how I thought this game was going to go.
Me either. I mean, even if you told me the Falcons won, I would have thought it would have been like a 38-35. Julio just took over the game, like shootout.
Like 1,000 yards total.
Yeah, just some crazy shit.
So I feel like I got some powers, man.
Oh,
because listen, I shit on the Falcons defense. I say these dudes got 7 sacks on the year.
Yeah,
and we're laughing about it.
We did laugh about
it. Grand all the time. These dudes get 6 sacks on Drew Brees.
That was fucking crazy.
What in the world is going on? I'm telling you, man. You think you know a team. You think you know something.
Any given Sunday.
And you don't know nothing.
We don't know shit. we really don't know shit.
I'm 3-10 this week, people. I don't know a damn thing about nothing. I mean, dude, Saints ran the ball 11 times.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I am trying to tell you, that backfield is out of sync with Kamara back there. I know that sounds
dude,
crazy.
It's not like the Falcons offense went crazy.
No,
it's not like Julio had a 200-yard game.
This was such a weird game.
The Falcons passed for 182 yards.
This game was very weird.
What? They ran the ball 32 times, not counting Matt Ryan's little scrambles.
Hey, that was a nice scramble. That one scramble he had for a first down was like 3rd and 6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was just chugging, dude.
Do you think Matt Ryan goes somewhere? Like, what if he were to go to like Denver or something?
I don't think so. I mean, the Falcons are in a weird spot where it's like, do we?
I mean, they look pumped as a team. They looked like they were 5-4 and in the playoffs.
There's enough talent. Well, I mean, this is a pretty big rivalry, so you always want to come.
I'm saying, are we just chalking this up to a divisional rivalry, and then we're gonna keep seeing a shitty Falcons team the rest of the year?
For the Falcons, I don't know. I don't know if they play.
Are they gonna start putting together some wins?
I'm chalking up just a weird division game for the Saints. Like, I'm not looking into this very much for them. It was kind of like the Chargers-Packers game last week, which is just a weird fucking game. The Saints –
Cowboys Jets?
Well, that's not weird because the Cowboys just look like a bad team. That's just what the Cowboys look like. I mean, the Saints –
hey, both teams coming off a bye week, so –
yeah.
Credit to the Falcons, man.
No, for sure.
Ready to play.
The Falcons, I mean, it's weird, though, because like I mentioned, like you said this too, offensively, they didn't really do much.
That's the defense.
I thought Devontae Freeman, before he got hurt, looked good. Like, that's probably the best I've seen him look this whole season. You know, he was running hard. And then Brian Hill, 20 carries, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Who is that?
Their backup, because Freeman got hurt.
What about Smith? Where did he go?
I don't know. Is he hurt? I have no idea.
What in the world is going on?
I don't follow the Falcons, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Thomas, though, is he the best receiver in football?
He's so good.
Man. I saw this.
Amari's got to be up there now.
No, Amari's in the conversation.
I mean, good Lord.
I don't know. I wouldn't put him in the best of the best, but I mean, he's in the top 5
conversation. Top 10 for sure.
There's that top 3 of Hopkins, Hopkins isn't even had that great of a year. But there's that top 3 of Hopkins. He slowed
down a lot.
Hopkins, Julio, and Michael Thomas. This is in everyone's top 3.
Also, the Texans are on bye right now, so we mentioned Hopkins ain't doing it. He's going to come out and have 120 yards and 2 touchdowns next week.
He might even throw for one. Remember, they tried to throw one a couple weeks ago. He might actually get one this time.
Right.
But, hey, Kamara caught 8 passes.
No, Kamara still looked good. I mean, you got to ease him in.
But it's just –
I mean, you would think, though, if you're behind – I'm giving Kamara the ball. Let him try to do something.
Or Michael Thomas, please. They throw the ball to Michael Thomas 60% of the time.
That is the weird thing about the Saints, though. They don't really throw deep a lot, I feel like. It's because Michael Thomas is all intermediate.
They don't have anyone, dude. Their receiving core after Michael Thomas.
They still got Ted Ginn, right?
Ted Ginn is 37 years old.
He could probably still run by a lot of people.
I mean, Ted Ginn is still fast. But I'm saying, like, their receiving core is not very good after Michael Thomas.
Right.
And it's been that way for a couple of years now. I'm surprised that they don't make a more concerted effort.
Jared Cook looked good coming back.
No, Jared Cook had a good game, finally. Because him and Breeze haven't done anything.
Ted Ginn didn't even catch a pass. He had a rushing attempt, but he didn't catch a pass.
I mean, they go to like Taysom Hill more, and they go to anyone else on the receiving core. I don't even think I can name another receiver on that team. After Michael Thomas and Ted Ginn.
It's what's his name? Traquan Smith?
Oh, yeah, Traquan Smith.
Traquan Smith was he Ohio State, right? Oh, he's UCF.
They drafted him in the first round, didn't they?
Was it first round? Let me see.
Traquan.
I thought it said it on here.
They drafted him pretty early. I remember. I'm probably sounding like such a fucking idiot, man.
He's a 3rd-round pick.
He's a 3rd-round pick. Yeah. That's the second time I've done that. Where I was like, 1st-round pick, right? And then it wasn't. I don't really follow people's draft picks after a while.
Yeah, I mean, we both think the Saints will be fine, but it's still pretty weird.
Yeah, it was just a weird game. That's just what I chalked this up to. Just a strange game. Okay, let's move on to the Jets. Jets get their 2nd win of the season. What are these tanking teams doing? Don't y'all know y'all should be losing, man? There's a certified 0-16 team in the league. Like, y'all need to be losing games, man.
Yeah, did you see that Twitter video, that Jets fan that was talking about, Giants, you think you can lose better than us? We're going to show you today.
That's funny. These teams are terrible, man. The Giants are bad. The Jets win 34-27.
Okay, if you would have told me that Danny Dimes threw for over 300 yards, had 4 touchdowns, and didn't throw an interception, I would have told you they won for sure.
He did fumble the ball twice.
I know. I was going to get to that, but just that right there.
Yeah. He played well.
He played really well.
Yeah.
Just kind of a weird game, you know. Jets, like, well, but
disgusting.
Tate played well. I mean, Danny and Slayton got that connection like you've talked about.
Yeah, man. He's turned into a really good player.
He's really good. Saquon, 13 carries for 1 yard.
What fucking Oh, man. This is a disgrace. You know what? This is a disgrace for football fans. For football fans everywhere, for Giants fans, for fantasy football owners of Saquon, a.k.a. myself. 1 yard. They just have no idea what they're doing, man. They have no idea what they're doing. This coaching staff all has to go. They keep trying this zone run scheme, which doesn't work because their O-line isn't good enough or quick enough for it to happen, to get to the second level. So Saquon has nowhere to go. They don't even try to get him the ball in the passing game, like in space, like get him out to the outside, do some fucking swing routes or some wheel routes or some shit, or some screens. Every time
I'll line him up in the slot.
Same. I would do whatever I needed to do to get him the ball. Right. Like all of his catches are dump offs. Yeah. Like he doesn't run routes or anything. Like it feels like anytime they do make a conservative effort for him to get a screen pass, he busts like a 70-yard one. Almost every game.
I mean, he's due for one big play.
Except this week.
I mean, I'll give some credit, a little bit of the credit to the Jets D.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that Jamal Adams play.
Dude, he's so good.
Good Lord.
I mean, those strip sacks are crazy. When people just rip them out.
We saw a couple of them tonight.
Yeah, we saw one tonight where that dude was falling into the fucking end zone and stripped it out. Skandrick did one against the Jets too when he was on the Eagles, where he just stripped the ball out of Falk's hand, just walked right in the end zone.
So I didn't know. Shout out my buddy. I didn't know that they were asking for Zach Martin.
Yeah, I saw a tweet that said that.
I had no idea.
I saw a tweet that said that.
Because if that's the case, hell no.
I saw a tweet that said they were asking for one of our linemen, Zach Martin, Lyle, or Tyron Smith.
That's a hell no.
No, that is a definitely.
That's a click.
Yeah, there's no chance in hell.
Oh, word. Click.
Because I even thought I saw that on a tweet. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah,
it's very possible it's not.
Because if that's not the case, and if it at all was draft picks, I don't know how the hell you don't get this guy.
2 firsts sounds like a lot, but dude, he's such a good player. 2 sacks.
You gotta do it. You gotta do that.
2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a pass breakup, 6 stops.
You're not gonna have 2 first-round picks and get a near safety as good as him, or 2 safeties that are good as him.
No,
there's not.
He's probably the best safety.
That's exactly what we need. Even though Thompson's been playing pretty well, we didn't even mention that. I like him a lot out there.
The Cowboys just need a playmaker on defense anywhere.
Yeah. We have one. We don't use him. Jordan Lewis. How much was he out there this game?
Jordan Lewis isn't the playmaker everyone thinks he is.
Well, he's a better playmaker than anybody else out there.
I mean, I'd agree with that, but that's a low fucking bar you're setting, man.
Right.
Like, look at some of these. That's
the bar Jason Garrett sets.
That's true. That's true. Just look at some of these other secondary players out here that are getting, picks every week, turnovers every week, touchdowns every week.
Marcus Peters for what, a 5th round?
Marcus Peters, Mika.
That's 2nd round, but that's worth it.
No, Mika was the 1st round though.
Oh, was it the 1st round?
Yeah. But I mean, he's been worth it for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Daniel Jones looked fine. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, those fumbles are bad.
They need O-line and
go look at any. I mean, Lamar had a fumble issue last year. Wentz had a terrible fumble issue his first year in the league. Like, fumble issues are common, super common for young quarterbacks. They almost always get fixed.
Right.
And I'd rather a fumble issue than this dude can't fucking read a defense, or this dude is slow on his reads, or this dude has bad footwork. Like, I'd rather a fumble issue.
Oh, yeah. At least the Jets aren't going to go 1-15 and, the Cowboys be their own.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Thank God. At this point, I don't give a shit, though.
Yeah.
The run is over. The dream is dead.
All right, let's get on to your fucking favorite team.
That is my favorite team, man.
That's a good game, though.
The Cowboys are just make me want to shoot myself every time I turn on the fucking TV. And here come my Buccaneers saving the day. What a great team. This team could go on a run. This team could win out 10-6 and go on a Super Bowl run. I'm being dead serious. That's the crazy part. I'm really not even I'm really not even fucking around. If you get good Jameis. No, I am just fucking around. But hey, at 3-6.
This is a good game, though.
No, it was fun.
And this is like a good matchup.
Yeah, these are 2 fun teams. Bad secondaries.
You know what I liked when I first noticed when I first looked at the numbers in this game? I liked how Tampa rushed the ball 22 times.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's not counting – I like to not count the quarterback runs. But Jameis had that 26-yard scramble.
His scramble.
He's continuing to have these like crazy slow scrambles that are like really impressive.
I know. That's Jameis in a nutshell, man. He's gonna have like 4 plays where like, oh my God, Jameis, you are the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Then the rest of the game, he's gonna be pretty solid, like good enough for you're like, dude, there's so much talent there.
Yeah,
so much talent.
I think the Bucs defense deserves a lot of credit.
Yeah,
Shaq Barrett is really, really good.
Finally,
really good football player.
He went quite a long time without some sacks after that.
I know, but he's a really good player.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think Kyler still did his thing. I mean, him and Kirk. I mean, good Lord. I mean, this could be a really good connection going forward.
That might have been
Kyler was throwing some dimes to this dude, man.
Yeah, he had a really good game.
Kyler just slang that thing.
What was he doing?
Is this the Dak?
Oh, yeah.
That shit was funny. The Dak.
No, that was funny. Apparently, everyone does it before the games. Jimmy G was doing it.
I'll take Dak doing that all the time if he's going to play like that.
For sure.
Good Lord.
For sure.
But Bucks got that. That was a big touchdown they got in the first half.
Yeah.
I thought that was really, really key for that. David Johnson got stripped, and that was the Cardinals' first fumble of the year. And he's just what's going on?
That was their
there?
First fumble of the year?
First fumble of the year.
Wow, that's actually
they only had
impressive.
4 interceptions all season. Now they got 5 interceptions, 1 fumble on the whole season.
Wow, that's actually really impressive.
On the whole season. That's insane.
That is really crazy.
That's insane.
I have written, like, is this it for David Johnson?
Dude, I don't know what's going on there.
Are they phasing him out? Only 6 touches.
I think he's just not healthy.
I mean, if he's not healthy, then why is he playing? Like,
I don't know.
You're not in playoff.
I thought he wasn't playing.
You're not in playoff. I knew he was going to come back this week. I know that the Bucs have a really good run defense.
Like, one of my buddies, he was like, yeah, I started David Johnson. I was like, why? I thought he was out.
No, he played and he got -1 fantasy points because he's on my team. I didn't start him, but
I don't know why. I don't know why he's playing.
No, I know, but that's my thing. Is if he's hurt, don't play him because Kenyon Drake's been just fine.
Right.
I mean, Kenyon Drake looked okay.
I mean, Kyler did have that pick was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
That kind of hurt too.
Yeah.
But the Bucs, they had that nice drive to take the lead. I thought James played, really well. It's an interesting final drive there for the Cards, though. They called the flag on the Hargraves play, though. They called the flag. And then not the flag on the final play, which I thought was worse than the play that Hargraves got called on.
I would have been pissed if that got called, the pass interference.
I know, man, but
this last play of the game, it has to almost be blatant.
And look, I'm one of these more give the corners some leeway.
Yeah, no, I
mean for real. But my thing is, you got to be consistent.
If that was at any other point in the game, that's a PI for sure.
Kyler, most yards by rookie quarterback already, I think.
Passing or total?
I think total, like rushing and passing.
That would really be surprising because it's only been 10 games for them, or 9.
Let me check that out.
Maybe it's just up until this point in the season.
What you got to say about your Bucs?
Jameis, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. I know you look at that and you think
no, he played well.
But he played well, and one of those picks were tipped. The other pick was bad, but I mean he made plays when he had to. Chris Godwin had some big plays towards the end of that game. That one catch towards the end. He's super good, man. That combo is just so lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice to see O.J. Howard actually having an impact on a game because he had that one crazy catch.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great throw by Jameis too. And then later in that drive, he scored a touchdown. I'm guessing I think that was his first touchdown all year.
I don't know why I don't write these full stats down. Kyler Murray surpassed Matt Leinart for the most pass yards by a rookie quarterback in Cardinals history.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
I don't know why I don't write all that down.
Because I was about to say, dude, if Kyler's already broken that record, like that shit's got to get shattered.
Right.
But no, it was a good game from Kyler.
Mm-hmm.
And, this Christian Kirk connection, I think is going to be real.
Yep.
Because they played together at A&M, right, for that 1 year.
Well, even if he didn't play with him on the field, they probably practiced together and stuff like that.
I think he did. I think they did play together.
Mm.
But, I think I think everyone's kind of been waiting for that connection to take off.
Yep.
Because it hasn't yet.
Right.
But, yeah, there we go.
Well, Kirk's been a couple injuries.
Yeah, I know. No, Kirk's been hurt, but, even when he was healthy, We're kind of
But
waiting.
this was still a really, really close game. Still came down to the wire.
Yeah, no, it was a good game. It was a fun game. These two teams are fun to watch.
Yep.
Week in and week out, you're going to get, some big-time offensive plays. Let's
What
move on.
What was your score of this game?
I don't remember. I didn't write down my score. Why?
I'm just curious because, I think we both would have known that this was a kind of a high-scoring.
No, I'm sure I had it I'm sure I had a high scoring. But I can check after.
I had 34-31, 30-27. It's pretty close.
I'll look at mine after. This next game, oh man, and this game sucks. This game was absolutely brutal to watch, but it's good for the Dolphins.
It's kind of one of those things. Right when Brissett was called out, I was like,
yeah,
spooky,
dude. Because American Horror Story, man, he was bad. Do you remember that American Horror Story?
Oh God!
When he was on the Browns, everyone called him American Horror Story.
Poor Brian Hoyer, man.
No, he's pretty terrible.
Yeah. Man, Colts look bad, dude.
They're 5-4.
This was a team like 3-4 weeks ago. Was like, this is the second best team in the AFC.
And, Brissett, it's either Brissett must actually be legitimately hurt, like pretty bad, because this is a big game for them to win. I know the Dolphins aren't a good team, but as far as needing a win for playoff standings and stuff like that, this was a big game for them. So I wonder if either Brissett is hurt pretty badly, or they're like, okay, we're playing the fucking Dolphins. Hoyer, Brissett, you can take a week off.
He threw 3 picks, man.
He was horrendous. He wasn't even close. He wasn't even close out there, man.
Because Colts defense played pretty well for the most part.
No, the Colts played a really good game defensively. Not really good, but good enough.
Not really good, but did you like that Jack Doyle hurdle? Did you see that hurdle he had?
I don't like the tight ends hurdle. Fucking stop hurdling tight ends. Every tight end. I'm surprised Witten hasn't tried to bust one out. Little 1-yard hop.
Or Jarwin at the least.
Not even a hurdle, a hop for Jason Witten.
I don't even know if you call it a hop. Lifting his legs up.
Every time he runs is him jumping.
Man, the Dolphins got those 2 48-yarders late though.
Yeah.
And that was huge.
Yeah.
Vinatieri,
another miss.
Yeah, Hoyer has lost 10 consecutive games in which he started.
Not a shock. He's shit.
Oh,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you're not defending him.
You can't defend that.
This is the one.
Hey, Ryan Finley outplayed Brian Hoyer this week.
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised you come on here and say, "Look, man, the 3 picks, yeah, they're bad, but no, this game, the Colts,
you can't lose to the Dolphins, throw 3 picks.
No.
No.
You can't lose to the Dolphins. Just in the sense there. Yeah. But the Dolphins they've been playing some inspired football.
We've been saying it all most of the season.
I have to wonder what their front office is thinking.
We got a coach. We know that.
Yeah,
I guess. I mean, that's probably it.
At a certain point, it has to be, hey, buddy, tone it down, okay? 2-7. The Giants have 2 wins now. The Jets have 2 wins. Who else is in that shit? The Falcons have 2 wins now. Oh my God, that race for the second, because the Bengals are getting the first overall pick.
Yep.
They're going 0-16. I would bet every dollar in my bank account that they go 0-16.
You should do it.
Hell no, I'm not doing it. I'm not degenerate enough for that.
Yeah, that guy that made the bet on the Dolphins should have just known they had Fitzmagic.
Yeah. Fitzmagic was for sure going to win you some. He had some Fitzmagic moments.
At least one.
What was that one play where he did? It was like 3rd down, escaped the sack, then on the run, threw for first down, late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have some of those moments.
Yep.
I don't have really anything to say about this game.
No. Moving on.
Yep. Oh, I was shocked. This was one of your most shocking picks of the week. The Packers in Lambeau in a snow game. Was this our first snow game of the year? I think so.
Well, it was like a snow quarter.
Yeah. But it was still badass that the game was on the line. It was starting to.
No, that shit was crazy.
No, that was cool. The Packers moved to 8-2, man.
I still think Panthers played really well.
Yeah, no, they played a pretty good game.
I think Kyle Allen played his ass off.
Yeah.
This came down to the last play, which I'm gonna tell you, McCaffrey might have gotten that.
Oh, dude.
Am I the only person that thinks that?
No, because they didn't have a camera
I talked to my
angle.
friend about it. He thought I was crazy.
They didn't have a camera angle because the dude was standing right there.
Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, Curtis Samuel was standing.
Because I rewatched it like 10 times. I'm like, Curtis, get out of the way.
Because when he swung around and they like pushed him in, I thought for sure there's no way that he did not cross the line.
Dude,
just the trajectory of his body and where his ball was, it's just like there's no way that wasn't a touchdown.
I know, because I had the Panthers plus 4.5, and I was watching that whole last drive, and Kyle Allen, 4th and 10 to the sideline. I was like, let's go. Man, I mean, that was a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
And I thought McCaffrey got that shit.
Dude, what's the deal with the Packers, man? Why does this always happen to them?
Everything goes their way.
There's that roughing the passer call in the end zone when fucking Rodgers was. I mean, I couldn't even see a single like justification for that call.
I know.
It was as textbook as just, okay, I'm throwing the quarterback to the ground as it gets. Like, he didn't land on him or anything. Right. That was a giant call in the game.
Right.
Ginormous play of the game. Of course,
it's like every week.
Every week there's something. I don't get it. Like, Green Bay.
I'll tell you too, though. Not only that, but it's like every time they needed to play, it was Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, it was like the entire game. Just, damn, we need to play Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. Yeah. 30 yards, 20 yards. And Aaron Jones, where should we put him in the running back conversation?
He's been on one.
This dude's a monster.
Ever since that 4-touchdown game against the Cowboys, he has just been on one.
I mean, he's really, really important to this team. Aaron Rodgers ain't throwing for 400 every game anymore.
Dude, I mean, Jamal Williams is a really good player too.
He's a very good compliment.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Kamara Ingram-esque.
Yeah, he almost split it evenly at times.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the Panthers can still take a lot of good things from this game. I mean, they really played really well. The defense stepped up at times. The Packers put up 34.
Their run defense is horrible. Yeah. It's terrible. And they are getting gashed.
Pass rush was good at times.
Yeah, no, they got a good pass rush for sure.
Yeah.
A good
I mean, McCaffrey still did his thing.
Yeah, McCaffrey.
But you got to feel good about Kyle Allen, man. This dude played really well.
And he was under pressure all game.
That last play and then the fucking Aaron Rodgers thing, man. It's just like –
I thought for sure that was a touchdown.
It gives you a bad taste, man. It's bad taste. And,
I thought for sure that was
Packers fans are going to fucking but whatever, man.
No, I mean,
good for y'all. Y'all are good. Y'all are good.
I'm not like a tinfoil. I'm a real life conspiracy theorist. I believe in some crazy conspiracy theories in real life. But as far as sports goes, like, I'm not like a tinfoil. League is rigged. League is scripted. I don't feel that way. But dude, it's hard not to feel that way after watching Packers games because these motherfuckers just every week there's something. There's some penalty. The fuck was that?
It's my cat.
There's some penalties, like some penalty that hasn't been called in 16 years. Or a fucking cat.
Packers too.
Yeah, I could tell.
He's a black cat too. I got him from that Cowboys game. I brought him home.
Word?
Yeah.
That's why we lost, man. The cat is actually bad luck. We were all laughing and joking about that last week. It turns out
wasn't D-Law wearing that black cat shirt? Did you see that?
I saw that Hot Boys are back.
Oh God.
They're wearing Hot Boys shit. I wanna personally walk into the locker room and just snatch all of those, man.
And then who was it? Chris Collinsworth was talking about it.
Dude,
I was like,
they were Chris
Collinsworth
was sucking off our defense all night long. I was like, dude, are we watching the same shit team? Anyways, this is actually the last game we have to talk about here.
Yep.
The Rams. Wow, what a 180. What a complete total fall from grace.
180 for them Steelers.
Our Steelers. That's right. We are ride or die Steelers fans now. The Steelers.
That might just have to be my favorite team.
Really, I think my favorite team is the Raiders. Not kidding.
But I mean, I love them too.
I saw the Cowboys watching the Raiders.
Oh yeah, the Rams defense scored 9 of their 12 points.
Yeah, I mean, 7 of their 12 points were scored on the second play of the game.
Man, this Steelers defense is so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're insane. Top three, for sure.
You know, Goff, that really well-paid quarterback over there, he had 13.4 QBR.
He is a waste, man.
I think Gurley played pretty well though.
Whatever.
Yeah, it didn't really matter.
Did it?
Man, we talk about Minka a lot, but What about Joe Hayden?
Yeah.
Dude had a hell of a game Sunday night.
He's had some really good games this year.
And if the playoffs started today, the Steelers are in it.
Really?
Is that not insane?
That's crazy, yeah. Because they were 0-2. They were 0-2, then 2-4. They're on a 3-game winning streak, right?
Yeah.
Man, good for the Steelers. I'm in. You were calling that since our first. I think literally our first episode.
Let's go.
Our first episode of this podcast.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, the Rams look bad, man. They're this year.
They're done for me. They're done for me.
Happening.
I mean, I'd put the Panthers above them.
Easy.
I have the Rams like 7th in the NFC. Give me the Eagles over them.
Probably. I mean, they're in a too tough of a situation with that division.
Oh yeah.
You got no chance.
Their offense though. I mean, what is going on? They are a chore to watch.
Yeah.
Like this isn't the fun, quick pace. Oh, Todd Gurley is doing incredible things. Like this team sucks to watch. They are boring as a motherfucker. I said, if it feels like on this offense, if you take Cooper Kupp out of the equation, it's over. The game is over. And Cooper Kupp didn't have a single catch.
Dude, this Pittsburgh defense is actually insane.
It is incredible, man. And if it weren't for like the 49ers being undefeated up until tonight or the Patriots doing incredible things, we'd all be talking about the Steelers.
Yep.
We'd all be talking.
They have like nothing on offense. I mean,
no, they're
as far as just like
offensively, it's pretty much
star power.
Offensively, I mean, they got Juju. Do you consider James
Is he
Conner
really a star right now?
Is James Conner a star?
Not right now.
What is the bar set for NFL stars? I wonder. I would say
like week to week, like
wasn't
productivity. I don't know.
I mean, Juju is in Madden commercial, so he's a star in that sense.
Okay.
But what I mean, so we're buying into the Steelers playoff hype. You think they're making it for sure?
Not for sure, but
what is the?
I mean, they're in it right now.
Let's make some projections.
Okay. Let me pull up my standings.
I'm doing my bias projections, so that's what I'm going to do here.
You got to be a little slightly biased here.
For sure. On the NFC side of things, I'm giving my boys the benefit of the doubt, baby.
You got to.
As time's gone on and I've let some steam off on this episode.
Fuck the Eagles, man.
Give us I'm taking the benefit of the doubt. Oh man.
I mean, let's make it clear. If it was coming down to a wild card spot, we ain't making it.
No, I think the wild cards are set in stone. I think it's going to be one of those North teams. Whoever doesn't win between the Packers and the Vikings.
Oh, that's for sure.
Whoever doesn't win between the Niners and Seahawks. That's it. If you're one of these 5 and 4 teams, you better win your division.
So
Eagles, Cowboys.
No Carolina.
No, I don't have them. I don't got them.
So Green Bay and Minnesota are in. San Fran and Seattle are in.
Yeah, I think
Dallas and New Orleans.
I think the only question mark now for these playoff teams is who's going to win the East because everyone else is set in stone.
I mean, dude. Not the Saints keep playing like that. The Carolina's only 2 games back. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean,
the Carolina ain't completely out of it.
If the Saints blow the South, that would be astonishing. That would be astonishing.
It could be some Saints shit, man.
That would be absolutely
every year they're a Super Bowl team. Hey, everybody wants to. I said this before. Everyone wants to say. People say about the Cowboys. People say that about the Saints every single season.
Oh, those two.
I'm sorry, Pete, but it's true.
The Panthers play each other. The Panthers and Saints haven't played each other yet, so they still have 2 meetings. That would be some crazy shit. I don't think it's gonna happen though.
You can't tell me those wouldn't be good games though.
No, I mean they're gonna be fun to watch.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they play Week 17 too.
Could be interesting there.
But 49ers, Seahawks, those two
That's for sure.
Packers, Vikings for sure. It's just who wins the division in those two. So I'm saying Saints for sure. I know you like the Panthers way more than me, but I'm saying the Saints for sure.
After last week, I don't know. This might be the beginning of a rough stretch. Let's see the New Orleans schedule real quick.
I just think that was you just chalked that.
All right. Saints Bucks next week in Tampa. Who you got?
Are you kidding me? I fell for this trap once before already this season. I'm going to take the Saints for sure. I picked the Bucks in New Orleans to beat the Saints. That's how much I love the Buccaneers.
Then it's Panthers Saints. Then the Saints got to play the Falcons again. Then they got to play the Niners.
Ooh.
Then they get the Colts. Maybe Brissett's healthy. Then they got the Titans. It's a good team. Then they got the Panthers again last week of the season.
That's not a hard schedule, dude. That is not a hard schedule. You're acting like they're playing Murderers Row out here, bro.
That's kind of interesting. You got to play the Niners and the Panthers twice.
Okay. All right.
And the Titans?
You know what? After you said their schedule, you're right. The Saints are 1,000% a lock to make the playoffs.
I think they're in trouble.
No. But Cowboys and Eagles, y'all got to win the division for sure. I mean, that's set in stone. AFC.
If we don't, someone just please get Garrett out of there. Come on.
Steelers and Raiders, I think, are both going to make the playoffs.
I can't completely say the Raiders are in yet because I think the Chargers are still going to be.
I'm slightly biased, baby. What's crazy is I would say
there's so many 5-4s and 5-5s and 6-4s, 6-3.
There's only four teams I would say are out of it. Bengals, Jets, Dolphins, and Broncos.
Denver. Yeah.
I mean, the Browns with their schedule.
They're in it.
I don't think they're going to make it. I think they're terrible, but they're in it.
Yeah, they're in it.
The Chargers look like they could be
Bills. You can't say the Chargers are out of it yet.
Foles is coming back next week.
Yeah, Jacksonville ain't out of it either. That AFC South's a shit show. Anybody could still win that.
Yeah, anyone can win that division. Because, I mean, the Texans are so volatile. The Colts just lost to the Dolphins. The Titans, Ryan Tannehill looks like Jesus reincarnate. Who else is in the division? And the Jags are getting Foles back. It's been a crazy season.
Let's see who Houston's got coming off a bye next week.
This has been a very, very strange season.
Texans, Ravens.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I did see Watson and Jackson.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game. Is that on Sunday night or what?
That's at 12 o'clock.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Sunday night game? Please tell me it's not the Cowboys.
I don't know. I'm just looking at the standings.
Please tell me the Cowboys don't play on fucking Sunday night.
Let's see. Week 11. Sunday night. Bears-Rams.
Oh, my God. That's right. That's right. I did know
Rams that. 2 Sunday nights in a row?
No, they weren't Sunday night. The Cowboys played on Sunday night, dude.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. Did
you just have to black that game out of your memory like I did?
Yes.
The Browns have another.
Remember how we talked about too? Like ESPN always has my Cowboys game at
That's right.
the
That's
top.
right. That's right.
It always messes me up.
Oh, Cowboys play at noon next week. Thank God.
Yeah.
I love noon games because that way my day can just be ruined immediately, and I don't have to wait and fuck around for my day to be ruined. It can just be ruined right off the rip.
Start getting drunk early.
Yeah. Oh, kind of a shit week of slate of primetime games. Steelers, Browns, Bears, Rams. That game is so disgusting.
Chiefs, Chargers Monday night.
Wow. Bears, Rams. They got the Rams as a 7-point favorite.
Bears +7.
With the over under of 41. Give me the under. I mean,
it's like every Bears game under.
The Bears are not going to score over 10 points, and the Rams sure as fuck aren't scoring over 30. Wow.
The offense had 3 points. The Rams offense had 3 points.
Dude, the Rams are in some type of way right now. That's all we got. That's all I got. I'm ready to go to bed.
Let's wrap it up. Wrap it up, Dan.
All right. Y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, all of that shit.
Yep.
If you're listening on Spotify and iTunes, we have video now. You're really not missing much, honestly. It's just us sitting here talking.
Yeah. But, you got something to look at a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. That's all I got. That's all you got?
So, appreciate you guys.
Okay. Bye.